Hi, friend, and welcome to season 2 of Living Simple and Well. I'm so glad you're here, truly. This season feels like a fresh breath, a new chapter, an invitation to step into your life with more intention and a lot more grace. Season 2 is about honoring where you are right now while still believing in where you're going. It's about slowing down without shrinking your dreams, about caring deeply for your body, your home, and your heart without guilt and without pressure. Here on Living Simple and Well, we talk about what it really looks like to live well in real life. Not perfectly, not polished, but honestly. This season, we'll explore gentle productivity that supports your nervous system instead of draining it. We'll talk about wellness rooted in self-respect, not shame, about creating a life that feels calm and meaningful while still allowing space for passion, purpose, and income. You'll hear thoughtful solo conversations and inspiring guests, experts who believe in sustainable, realistic care for women in every season, and so many more. Most of all, this is a space for you, for the woman who has spent so much time taking care of everyone else, for the woman who's ready to choose herself again, confidently, unapologetically, and with love. If you've been craving more peace, more alignment, and more joy in your everyday life, you're in the right place, friend. So settle in, take a deep breath, and let this season remind you that living simple and well can exist beautifully together. Hi, friends. Welcome back to Living Simple and Well. I am living for the fake spring, full spring that we are having in PA right now. I promised I would eventually stop talking about the weather, but I feel like until I can bask in the sun on a very committed, consistent, regular basis, I probably won't. So I will bend your ear a bit longer, but sorry, not sorry. I have taken a walk almost every day, actually every day this week, and it is so, so good. I've even been able to walk my daughter to school in the mornings. We're going to walk to Girl Scouts tonight. It's just life-giving. It is 71 degrees right now, if that gives you any indication of how happy I am. Anyway, I was a guest on 2 podcasts this week, conversations that positively just lit me up. The fact that I can come here and connect with all of you in this corner of the internet and also spread the word by collaborating with and having conversations with others is just a world I could have never dreamed of until I made the intentional decision to take what I wanted by just stepping into who I knew I was meant to be. And that's part of what I want to talk about with you guys today. I actually want to start by asking you something. Have you ever felt like you were doing all the right things when it came to wellness? Eating clean, moving your body, journaling, sleeping on schedule, but you're still not feeling like yourself? Because I've been there. For years, I felt exhausted, frustrated. My body just wasn't cooperating no matter how hard I tried. I thought wellness was about perfection. I thought if I just did everything all the time that I would figure it out. But here's the thing. It wasn't that I wasn't trying hard enough. It was that I was approaching it the wrong way. And the real change came when I shifted my mindset. So in today's episode, I want to take you through that journey with me, the overwhelm, the guilt, and eventually the shift. And I want to share the daily rituals that I've woven into my life, from nourishment to movement, sleep, and self-care. I also want to talk about something I created called the Becoming Her Guide, which is about helping you create your own aligned wellness journey. I want to be honest with you for a minute. Before I made this shift, I was completely drowning in wellness advice. I mean, it literally felt like there were a million different rules to follow, and every expert had a different answer. Low carb, high protein, intermittent fasting, smoothies, cleanses, you name it. Girl, I tried it. And I thought that if I didn't do exactly what the experts said, that I was failing. I was constantly researching, scrolling, trying to figure out the perfect plan. But the truth is, none of it felt right. I didn't feel aligned or energized. I felt overwhelmed, anxious, and frankly, exhausted. Looking back, I see that this stage of overwhelm was necessary. It's what pushed me to stop chasing what everyone else said and start asking a very simple yet very powerful question. What actually feels good for my body today? This very question became the first step that I took toward a completely different way of thinking about wellness. That question, how can I honor my body today, was small, but it changed everything. It shifted wellness from being a stressful checklist to something that felt like self-respect in action. Instead of rigid rules and guilt, I began approaching my health with curiosity and compassion. I experimented, I observed, I noticed what worked and what didn't. And slowly, I realized that the key wasn't perfection at all. It was alignment. I can remember one morning particularly. I was sitting with my coffee at my wits' end after another diet experiment, thinking, I am done trying to control everything. I deleted apps that I was tracking with. I threw out protocols that I was put on. I just chose what felt good to me. And that moment specifically marked the start of a very new approach, one that was sustainable, joyful, and deeply aligned with my life. But here's the thing, even with that mindset shift, there was still a barrier that I had to overcome. It was the guilt and the shame around putting myself first. Because for years, I believed that taking time for myself was selfish, that if I took a moment to rest, nourish, or move my body, I was somehow failing as a mom, partner, or professional. I thought I should always put everyone else first. And yet I learned a powerful truth. Taking care of yourself doesn't take away from anyone else. In fact, it has allowed me to show up more fully in every part of my life. So I started saying yes to rituals that mattered. I made a nourishing breakfast without rushing. I moved in ways that felt joyful. I prioritized winding down and getting restful sleep and created small pauses in my day to just breathe, take breaks, and give myself some time. And as I did, the guilt began to fade. I began to understand that prioritizing myself wasn't indulgent, it was necessary. Once I had shifted my mindset and released this guilt, I started building simple rituals that were sustainable. For nourishment, I stopped following rigid rules and started focusing on foods that made me feel energized and satisfied. No guilt, no shame, just intentional choices that worked for me. Movement became something that I looked forward to, not something that I forced. Sometimes it's a workout at the gym with a friend. Sometimes it's a walk outside in nature. Sometimes it's dancing in the kitchen with my daughter. Movement became a celebration of what my body can do, not a punishment for something I was trying to undo. And sleep, that became positively sacred. Simple cues like limiting screens and lighting a candle or doing a short meditation before bed helped me rest and recharge so I could show up fully the next day. And self care, what used to feel positively indulgent, became my backbone. Journaling, mindfulness, intentional pauses, these were no longer optional, they were essential. These rituals, when done consistently, honestly started to compound. Day by day, week by week, I felt stronger, calmer, and more aligned. Looking back, there are a few truths that really stand out to me. The first one being progress beats perfection every single time. Those daily rituals, the small intentional actions that you're making, they matter more than any extreme protocol or plan ever will. Your mindset sets the tone. When your mind aligns with your actions, wellness will feel natural, joyful, and sustainable. That sustainability is key for long term growth and weaving these rituals, these behaviors, this journey into your daily life. And lastly, prioritizing yourself is not selfish, it's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup, friend, and showing up for yourself allows you to show up better for others. Wellness isn't a finish line, it's a lifelong journey of curiosity, self compassion, and alignment. And that's where the Becoming Her guide comes in. The Becoming Her Guide is a framework that I created to help women intentionally weave wellness into their daily lives without the overwhelm, the guilt, or the rigid rules. It's about helping you build rituals that actually stick. Align your mindset with your actions and prioritize yourself in a way that feels truly empowering. Think of it as a gentle map for becoming the version of yourself that you've been hoping to be, not someone else's guide, not someone else's idea of perfect, but your own version of well, whole, and thriving. So here's my challenge to you today. Pick one small ritual, nourishment, movement, sleep habits, or self care, and do them intentionally. Notice how it shifts your energy, your mindset, and even your day. And please remember, your wellness journey is yours to define. Take it one intentional, aligned step at a time. And if you're ready to go deeper, dig into this guide. It's here to support you in creating the life and wellness that you've been dreaming of. all in a way that feels joyful, sustainable, and completely your own. Thank you so much for being here today, for showing up for yourself again, and for trusting that you can create a life where wellness feels simple, aligned, and deeply nourishing. I kept this episode short on purpose. I want it to be something bite sized that you can come back to listen again and again when you need that motivation to build the momentum that you deserve and step into who you are meant to be. As always, friend, if this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with someone that you care about, someone who you might want to walk hand in hand with on this journey. Because becoming her and putting yourself first is something that you so deserve, friend. And I can't wait to see what you make of it when you prioritize yourself, babe. Until next week, friends, keep living simple and well.